You need to have a plan and a standard or standards. Timothy Jensen, Jensen Transport in Independence, Iowa. Beautiful morning out here this morning. I just want to reach out to everybody and talk to you a little bit about having a plan and having standards. Can you have a plan without standards? The answer is pretty much is no. Why? If you have standards, then that's the level of the bar you're setting for yourself, for your business, even for what type of customer you want to work with, how much money you want to make, how much time you want to invest. Doesn't matter what it is. So that standard could be, hey, I don't want to work outside of my home. I want to be remote. That's a standard. Tough standard to meet these days, which means if you can do that, I see no reason why they can't pay you less, honestly. Number two, what about standards for how many hours you're going to work? If you're only going to work 31 hours and call that full time, there's probably not a lot of value there. There really isn't. You're never going to be somebody on a team that they look at, they go, hey, that person, we need that person. That's the one we need. That's the one we need to promote. That's the one we need to train. That's the one we need to spend the extra time and money on. That's the one where we have to work to make sure that person is successful. 31 hours ain't gonna cut it. What other standards are there? If it's a customer, if you're a hard customer to please, then you're probably gonna have to pay pretty well. I don't care where you're at, people aren't gonna put up with that, especially today. Or, if you're going to someplace where it's hard to do business and the prices are really low, the price is really low for a reason, because nobody wants to go there. That's the only way they can get you in. So, there's lots of standards. You can sit here and talk about standards all day long. Standards of employment, standards of wage, standards of time, standards of cleanliness, whatever you want to do. Very important, your standards. How does that fit into your plan? Well, say you have a plan to, I want to work at this place and do these things. Well, if you don't have a plan for how much time you're willing to invest, how much money how much money you're willing to invest, how much money are you willing to lose to make that thing even break even, maybe not even turn a profit? What is that standard for that plan? How long will it take for something to break even or even make a profit? That has to be part of the plan. Whether that's a new job or whatever. If you're looking at a new job, you're like, well, the last one I had to work really hard, but I make great money. This one I don't want to work very hard, and I don't want to put much time in. Guess what? You're not going to make great money. You're probably not going to like the job, and you're going to have a lot less time in the job, which means you're probably not going to be very successful. Experience comes through time in the job. Experience does not come from academics. It really does not come from reading a book. That reading the book or doing the academics, whether you're going to your thing, 4-year college, or just learning on your own, that's just the blueprint. That's just the outline. That's just enough for you to get the recipe. It's not enough for you to learn how to, dice something or slice something, chop onions or whatever it is you're doing. That's not enough. It just says on a piece of paper. Like there, if it tells you I need so many teaspoons or tablespoons, you need to know the difference between a teaspoon and tablespoon. A lot of that comes from experience and learning, and all that comes from the plan of the recipe. So very important to have standards and have a plan. Just like there, say you're making a soup or something and it says dice it, and you're dicing green peppers, but the green peppers are like 1-inch pieces by a 1/2 inch. Is that dicing them? Not really. Kind of getting the job done, but you're not doing a very good job at it. That may fit your plan, but that's not the quality level that needs to be done. So remember that. Standards and having a plan. They go together. They're both very important. And you got to work at both. Timothy Jensen, Jensen Transport, Independence, Iowa. Hey, be great out there. I know you can do it. Put your mind to it. Come up with standards. Have a plan. Be willing to work. Be willing to risk. Be willing to sacrifice, because you're not going to get anything without sacrifice and risk. You're really not. And honestly, today, if somebody put out a little risk, there's a huge amount of reward out there for whatever you're trying to accomplish. There's so many free opportunities out there to do learning. You can learn computer programming from Harvard. They have a free program online. It's free from one of the top universities. Get a great job. Got to put the time in. Got to be good at it too. Have a great day.